You probably rack up loyalty rewards on a credit card or your favorite retailers, but is it okay for government workers to cash in on certain rewards while using taxpayer-funded purchases? When it comes to using frequent flyer miles, the Ohio Ethics Commission just issued a new opinion on the matter this week, changing course, now saying yes. Public officials or employees are allowed to use miles that were earned during official travel for their own personal travel plans. Ohio Ethics Commission Executive Director Paul Nick is joining us now to explain why the Commission reached this decision this week. Thank you for taking the time.
No, thank you for having me. Yes, Lindsay, the old rule was that public officials and employees could not use frequent flyer miles or any points accrued during official travel for personal use. They could only use those that would benefit the agency for future official trips. But the new rule that the Commission changed now states that public officials and employees may use frequent flyer miles or points accrued during official travel for personal use if two conditions are true. One is that they are earned under the same conditions as the general public, and two, that there is no additional cost to their agency.
And why did the Ethics Commission decide to change its stance on this?
Since 2002, the federal government had changed their rule, which used to be the same as it was in Ohio. And over the years, other states have followed suit, such as Alabama, California, New York, Texas, and Washington. And they've had a lot of experience now in implementing, providing guidance. I think the rationale really is a couple of reasons. One is that it's not likely that airlines are trying to influence any government decision or reward an employee for their official actions, that the miles are available to all travelers. There's no distinction whether they're a public official, employee, or private. And it's extremely difficult for agencies to distinguish between personal and official mile accumulation. And then finally, airlines use frequent flyer account numbers as personal identifiers in their apps and so forth. Okay. So, for example, if you are in pre-approved traveler under TSA PreCheck, you need to put that into the app in order to have that attached to your ticket. If there's any flight delays, as people have been experiencing lately, that this is a way for the airlines to communicate directly with persons, to give them that information in real time, and you need to use the app. And to use the app, you have to have a frequent flyer account.
And are there any limitations on the frequent flyer miles and the use of them?
Yes, we state in the opinion that agencies should put together some rules and changes to avoid any additional costs to the agency. So, for example, they want to get the best price that's available, not just because of the awards that are associated with it, that they want to avoid any unnecessary layovers that might put persons into an overtime situation or any other conditions that they might feel that are unique to their agencies.
Taxpayers watching right now might say, hey, they're getting a free perk on my taxpayer dime. Why do you believe it's still okay to move forward with this opinion despite that aspect of it? Would you say, given what you mentioned with the ID for the security and also the identification of the flyer, that's really where this lies, or do you think it's a little bit of everything?
It's definitely a little bit of everything, and all agencies, public should be certain that their staff are utilizing resources in appropriate manners that benefit the taxpayers. And travel is a necessity for some folks. And what we're trying to do is reduce burdens on agencies for trying to police what is public and what is personal use. And it's really it's not possible. You can't go to an airline and saying, I'm going to create a public profile and here's a private profile. They roll all into one. And unfortunately, given that restriction, it's really difficult for agencies to distinguish it.
Does this opinion also apply to other perks or loyalty programs like fuel, groceries, office-related items, memberships?
Yes, we state in the opinion that although we focus on the frequent flyer component, which is the most frequent, but certainly other types of reward points and reward accruals would apply as well, such as hotels and credit cards and so forth.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us right here at 5.
Thank you, Lindsay.